I need a man who has powerful friends. I need $1 million in cash. I need those politicians that you carry in your pocket, like so many nickels and dimes.
I said that I would see you because I heard that you were a serious man to be treated with respect. But I must say no to you, and I'll give you my reasons.
Drive it like I stole it, park it left and running like I really don't want it. We've been bending corners, bent like elbows, bend, anywhere that cash go. Bought it this morning, drive it like I stole it, park it left and running like I really don't want it. We've been bending corners, bent like elbows, bend, anywhere that cash go. Checking my mirror for them suckers. Coast clear, turn up that music like another this, that. Mink coat flow, I wrote this in the summer. Poolside high school, you motherfucker. To the rules we abide by on this side. Members only like the jacket. I grew up amongst some criminals, check their jackets. Known for action with them ratchets. While I was just coolin', writing raps, eating snacks and shit. 300 racks I spent just to sit in back and get high in the mud. Looking down on them scrubs. How could you hate your brother when I'm just like you? Except I did what I said that I would do. Erase the hate and let the sun shine through. Apply yourself, fool. You can live out your dreams too. Imagination can create the truth. Every brick that built my mansion will provide the proof. Recognize he riding Bentleys when he coming full. Like a set of Forgiatos on the living room. Luxury shit, fuck with me, bitch. Capital G, the weather nice out. I'm hitting the switch. I'm in the streets, 13-inch, triple gold D's. Strike a pose, a picture worth 1,000 words, I suppose. Picture me rolling with your golden chosen. Who you thought would hold it down for you, but she clowned you under pressure. So unprofessional, high beyond measure. Sharing the treasure with my fellas. Oh, she down for the jets, bruh. No tricking, no financial, strictly finesse, bruh. On to the next, bruh. Find out where I left her. Bought it this morning, drive it like I stole it. Park it left and running like I really don't want it. We been bending corners, bent like elbows, bend, anywhere that cash go. Bought it this morning, drive it like I stole it. Park it left and running like I really don't want it. We been bending corners, bent like elbows, bend, anywhere that cash go. Da, 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 da.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. What's going on, people? How you doing? Welcome to Pontiac WYAC and the place to be. Just said I will come back in tonight for a little while just to talk and kick it. And if you would like to pop in, you can do so. I will open up the phone lines, and the phone lines is right above you, 248-905-1128. Anything that you would like to talk about, you can. Let me bring that down here. You know, put that in the corner right there. Boom. 248-905-1128. The phone line is open. So tonight wasn't a great big, like a whoop-de-doo. I got 100 things and one to talk about. It was just more or less still coming on and being a voice and being, letting my voice be heard or whatever that might come along the timeline. There was a couple of stories that I did want to cover tonight, but I'm going to cover those tomorrow. It's a man. It's a couple good stories, but we're going to save those for tomorrow. We're gonna be covering crime, some the crime report and things like that. We're gonna that's in and around town, but we're gonna be doing some. We're gonna be doing some more. How can I say? We're gonna be focusing on Oakland County news in and around Oakland County too. So, we're gonna go for it like that tonight. I really wanted to go ahead and I probably really would like to get in touch with some barbers and talk to barbers because lately there has been a lot of controversy on barbers and are they charging too much. Me personally, I don't have a problem with barbers and how much they charge, but it's crazy because I'm seeing a lot of people having a problem with. I'm seeing a lot of things about the $100 haircut. I'm seeing a lot of stuff about the $100 haircut on social media. People talking about how much the haircuts cost, like $100, and I'm like, wow. Well, I cut my own hair and do whatever, but I've been cutting my own hair for the longest. Funny thing is, one of the greatest barbers around um, gave my man an award. E Hathaway, E Dub. Actually, we used to practice on each other's haircuts, like um, 1995, 94. So damn near 30 some years ago, 30 plus years ago, close to 30 years ago. Me and E honed the skills, whatever. I still cut, but I'm not a barber. I'm not a official barber, a place where I'm cutting hair. But E Dub has turned it into a business, a viable business, and for himself. And I noticed that I would love to kind of hear that take on from a barber, what they think or how they feel about what people think about the end, the high end barber cost. Because when I'm hearing, one of the things that I'm hearing is that barbers just charge too much. And me personally, I don't think so. Look, because I have heard my boy hit me up and said, "Hey, bro, you have a reputation." I said, "A reputation for what?" He said, "Bro, you have a reputation of charging too, you expensive." I said, "What?" I think I'm cheap, on the cheaper side. You know what I'm saying? I just got tired of being janked for so long. You know what I mean? I have worked with people that have been fair or have gotten me fair compensation, um, in and around, uh, the city of Pontiac. Didn't think about it twice when I said, "Hey, it'll be this much," or whatever, or told me what the budget was or whatever, and it's all good. But then you had those people that jip you or they try to use you. You know what I mean? And um, came across those type of people. So I don't get mad at, and that's in any profession though. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're the mechanic, the haircut specialist, the videographer, the whatever. You know what I mean? People are going to try to get the deal to their advantage, and I ain't mad at people that try to get it. But when you don't let them, you know what I mean? That's you can only let somebody use you if you let them. You know what I mean? And so you got to get something out of the deal. Sometimes you do good work for cheaper because that's might going to be an advantage for you down the road, or you gain an experience, or you're trying new things. So you say, you know what? Since this person's not really paying the average amount, okay, I'll go ahead and take what I can get from this situation, but I'm gonna use it as an experience, and I'm gonna also use it as a chance to experiment. And I've done that as far as like, okay, I got a new piece of equipment I really haven't used in rotation far as, and then I'll use that piece of equipment on a person in a real life scenario, learn how to use it while I'm dealing with them in a real life scenario, and they don't even know. It turns out great, like as usual. But when it comes to people that with the barbers, uh, hey, thank you, Nikita. Inflation is here. Today's prices are not yesterday's prices. Absolutely not. Um, when it comes, I don't know how it comes to what it seemed like with women. You guys always had to pay top dollar, a lot of money for y'all to get y'all hair did. I'm hearing braids with some little tiny ones y'all get. My sister get them. It take 4-5 hours for it to be done. You can easily spend $300 on those or something. Y'all buy the hair, y'all pay the person, you know what I mean? And that can be a lot of bread. But that hairstyle will last you for zillions, yeah. Those hair or that hairstyle would last you for a whole 2 months. You know what I'm saying? So $400 might last you for 2 months. How long do y'all usually keep those zillions in? Let me know how long do y'all usually keep zillions in? And you get your money worth out of that $400. You know what I'm saying? But the 100, well, most shops provide here. Okay. But y'all get y'all money worth. If y'all would like to call, you can too. If y'all get y'all money worth out of 3 months. So you pay $300 to $400 for a hairstyle. And you get 3 months wear out of it. That's a pretty good deal. Now let's go ahead and break down. Let's break down the math on that. $400 depends on how well you take care of them. But okay, let's just say you still get 2 months out of it. So 2 months. Let me go to my calculator. So you get 60 days minimum. Let's say an average 65 days. So 400. How much are they usually that hairstyle? $400 divided by 65 days roughly. That's $6.15 a day. So nope, you pay $180 for zillions and they provide the hair. Wow, that's a great deal. That's a great deal. Now they say barbers, and I would like to hear from the barbers. They say barbers people are going to the barber shop and spending $100 or close to $100 per haircut. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. My pops taught me how to cut hair. Well, he's cut my hair, and it got to the point where he was cutting. He got tired of trying to actually cut it. So he just got to the point where he had just cut it bald. Sometimes I have a real nice haircut. It was too inconsistent with my pops. It was sometimes you might get a good haircut and sometimes you might not. You know what I mean? So the last good haircut that my pops gave me, it was I was going into the 6th grade at Jefferson Junior High. He gave me a real nice haircut. After that was it. And I was like, you know what? I gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? I said, I gotta learn, dog, because I mean it was bad. I mean, but the funny thing is from the 5th grade going to the 6th grade, over that summer, I learned how to cut my hair slightly. The first day of school, I'm gonna read you, James. The first day school was out in the 5th grade. The day we got out of graduation, 5th grade graduation, I cut my hair that day. I was like, you know what? If I cut my hair now, it'll grow back before we start school again. So that day I cut my hair off and tried to learn that day. And yeah, James, if the quality of haircut service is top notch, then I'll pay for their price. But if it's inconsistency with the cut or the barber is rushing through it, I'll jump ship. Yep. If the expense is trash, well, let me ask you this, James. How much are you paying? How much are you paying for your cuts? How much you paying for your cuts? I like the kid. He gave me a fade. Yeah, he gave me I don't know what that was, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good, but I learned. It made me learn. Then it made me teach my sons. Now I took my sons, and now they cut and shave their hair. But now it's just a $100 haircut. $65 not a bad price. $65 not a bad price. Miss Patterson, it's not just a regular haircut. It's fades and other styling that is costly. Yeah. So black people in their hair, you know what I'm saying? That we gotta stay, we gotta stay fresh and clean. So James, how often do you go to the barbershop? Is it once a week? 2 times a month? How was that? Not because my sister, she said she paid $180 for zillions. So she pays $180 for zillions that could last her 3 months possibly. Say, hey guys, get you tight. Yeah. Yeah, every time I see you, you sweet. You good. You good. How often do you go? So $180 for 3 months. That's what my sister gets. So 2 or 3 times. Wow. So think about that. 2 or 3 times a month. So 65, gotta go and I'm doing my math. 65 times 2, boom, 130. If you go ahead and pull that third one off, you at what? 195. 195. So almost $200, could be almost $200 a month. That's a great expense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a great expense for hair care, but ain't nothing wrong with that at all. You got to put that in your budget. You know what I'm saying? I'm at this point, I used to cut my hair every week, and I've dropped down to 2 times a week. Now it's like I'm at places now where I don't even have to take my hat off. So now I'm like 1 time a month. I done got down to 1 time every 2 months. You know what I'm saying? But it's just to pay for somebody to keep you up like that. That is a great thing. Yeah, and kid, you are the braid king, so queen. But yeah, so is $100 a lot? That 65 is a good price. 65 is a good price. I remember when the haircuts was $20 a piece. And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I've never been to the barbershop. I went to the barbershop twice. And both of those times I went to the barbershop, it was Eric Hathaway, right up here on Telegraph and Huron. I went to him once there, and then I went to him on Walton at his other shop. And those were the only 2 times in my life I went to the barbershop. The only 2 times I went to the barbershop. So I basically was I did a lot of experimentations with my hair. Yeah. $20 cuts, good old days. That's the good old days. So yeah, you gotta really put that in your budget nowadays. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you really think about it, men are paying more than women as far as hair at this point. But here's one of my other gripes with the barbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are some good barbers that can cut, but I'm seeing a lot of barbers. Like, I'm going to show you what I don't like, okay? Can I show you guys what I don't like? Hey, I'm going to show you. Hey, okay, what's up, Daryl? I'm going to show you guys what I don't like. You pay $60. I'm going to show you guys what I don't like with what barbers do, okay? I'm going to show you what I don't like, because what I'm seeing is I sit up at nighttime. Before I go to bed, I try to find things. I just be on the phone. And I see a lot of spray paint and like the drawing of the line. And I get the enhancements. I done got some before. Not before, I got some. You know what I'm saying? When I cut my hair, need a little enhance, you do that. But a lot of barbers don't even know how to cut like that. I'm seeing where they drawing. You know what I'm saying? They more or less drawing. The fade don't even be tight no more. It's more or less of how they can outline and put the chalk in the herbs and spices on the joint. You know what I'm saying? And then line that up. The cuts don't even really be that good. So Kia said, okay, Daryl, you pay $60. Daryl, how often do you go? How much? Yeah, how often do you go, and what type of style do you get? Tariffs on haircuts went up because of tariffs. The price is probably, oh yeah, okay, there you go. So I'm gonna show you if I can pull up. Oh, facts. The prices of haircuts went up because of tariffs. Yeah, right. There y'all go, man. Y'all always, dog, let me Let me see. I had a button to press for Kia. I have a button that I got programmed, but apparently it's not working right now. Let me see. Ain't that one? That's Nakia's button. Every time she got something to say, that's for you. But I want to show what I don't really like as far as the haircut that I'm seeing. If I can pull it up, I should have had this. I was going to talk about it before I got on. I was like, I don't know if I really want to talk because, about haircutting and stuff like that. I really appreciate barbers and people that can really cut, but it seems like nowadays what people are paying for is not really haircuts. They're paying for the stuff that you could put on a person's head, as far as guy's head, and what you can put on, and as soon as it get wet, it slide right off the head. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me see if there's something. All right, let's
watch me spray paint my client's hairline.
All right, yeah, this is a good. Let's go there. All right, you just heard them. Let's spray paint my client's hairline. This is what I don't like.
Watch me spray paint my client's hairline.
Spray on the hairlines is completely acceptable.
This is what his line looks like natural. These are the best enhancements I've used my whole career. Get yourself an airbrush, add a couple drops of the spray. My client checks to make sure his shit is straight before I dab him up. Use a card to make sure you don't spray below the natural line. One sec, this voice note is more important than this hairline. Make sure you cover all angles to make it blend evenly. Quick smoke break, I won't lie, that ghost was clean. Finish up by covering those light spots in the hair. Hitting his afro with some leave-in conditioner. Then sponge that shit till you feel like your arm's gonna fall off. Then sponge it some more, sponge it some more. This is how his hairline was looking, all natural. This is the final look. If you require the service in London, book me.
Now, nothing is wrong with that haircut. Nothing wrong with that haircut. It looks good now, don't get me wrong. But I'm not seeing a lot of haircuts that's really, really, really good, though. I'm seeing the line look crispy and everything like that, but the fade, the taper, is really not that good.
If you're a barber and have to use paint to make...
What's up, Flex and Root here?
If you're a barber and have to use paint to make your hairline look this good, I don't know, man. I don't know. You might not be a real barber. Straight up. That's all I gotta say.
I don't see nothing wrong with the enhancement. Nothing wrong with it at all. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I use it. But I think that when it becomes visibly too much, you know what I'm saying? Visibly too much.
What's up, Flex and Root?
When it becomes visibly too much, you know, and I think that's what really the enhancements is what people are paying for most times when you see the $100 haircut or the $90 or the $80 haircut. It's not really the haircut, it's the enhancements that is being. But I would like to hear from a barber because I could be wrong about what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's to each his own. But I was just thinking about this the other day, and I was talking to my buddy because he said he's down in Mississippi, and I asked him, I said, man, how much? Because I know everywhere that people go, every other place that people go, there are different costs involved with haircuts and depending on where you go. Facts, your barber have to be master with them clippers. I used to get them enhanced cuts, and it can become more of a headache than because you have to. There's a certain way that you have to kind of take care of that. You got to make sure you don't sweat too much. Don't put on a hat and take it off because it's going to mess up your line. It's going to do a lot. So ain't nothing wrong with it, really. Nothing wrong with it. But is that what they are? Is this what we paying for though? because what I'm saying is I'm not seeing super great cuts no more. I'm just seeing, I'm not talking about around here, but I'm just talking about in general what I'm seeing. Like on the internet, I'm not seeing super great fade haircuts no more, but I'm seeing a lot of the enhancements do it. But if you shower and wash your hair, you right. You know what I'm saying? You take a shower, you take a bath, you sweat, you out of the game. You out of the game unless you got unless you got some enhancements on deck. You know what I mean? So that pretty much was the topic tonight. But you guys, I'm glad you guys chimed in. Tomorrow, man, I want to talk about, it's Friday night. I don't know if y'all all got hot dates and y'all getting out and doing things. I'm going to be covering some stories that are going to come up like in the Oakland Press, the Detroit Free Press, National News. There's some stories that I wanted to cover tonight, but I think I'm going to I'm not going to do that tonight. But I am going to I'm going to cover tomorrow night. And again, I want to bring some more new people on, you know what I'm saying, and come on the show. I know D Wins is typically on here every now and again with me, but you know, again, I come on every other day. Well, also, I got another show. And I do this for a purpose, you guys. I'm doing this because this is my profession. This is what I do. So I constantly got to do this and work on myself. So when people call on me, I know exactly what I'm doing. So this is why I create these shows. They for self-gratification and self-teaching. But I also like to have fun and, and kick it and talk and bring some knowledge or bring some type of, bring some type of awareness, you know what I'm saying, around us or whatever the case may be. What'd you say? So basically it is good if you leave in the shop and want to look good for that day, and that's all. Pretty much, unless you really kind of put a do-rag and you do-rag it for a couple days, and yeah, but if you got like a event that you want to go to and you get those enhancements and they line you up like this, let me see real quick. Isaiah Thomas. Oh, yeah. I remember this day, those days, back in the Silver Dome. Who remember this? Back in the day. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get out of this. Probably show something else real quickly. This is basically what's going on right here. That's what we see going on right now. So if you're going for the day, you know what I mean, and are we gonna talk about your president tomorrow? Well, you know what? Honestly, Miss Leona, I'm gonna talk about Jasmine Crockett. I'm gonna talk about Jasmine Crockett tomorrow and her run for the Senate down there in Texas. Dang, that sounds like a hassle. It reminds me when I get, yeah, hey, this is what's happening though. And I got to the point like, yo, I didn't accept it, and I done got to the age like now I'm like, yo, if I start losing it too much, I'm just gonna let it go, because I think it become a point in time where it's just like, I could tell that my top is getting a little back here in the crown. It ain't gone. It's still there. I still got it. But I could tell it ain't as thick as it was 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I could tell that it's a little different right back up here. You know what I mean? Right here on the they ain't as strong as it used to be 5 years ago on the corners. It's still there now. You know what I mean? It still look good. But And I think those enhancements is good for something like that. But it's some people that be painting their skin. It ain't got nothing for the paint to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the little hair, there's nothing for the hair fibers of the paint to hold on to. They just getting their head, like Drewski, they just getting their head painted. Like, bro, look at this dude, bro. Look at this guy. What's wrong with Jermaine Jackson, man? What's wrong with Jermaine Jackson? Dog. What'd you say? Hold on. What'd you say? It was a guy at the barbershop that got fake hair in his head, and he got the enhanced cut. Took him almost. Now that's $100. That's $100 cut, bro. What about the man units, though? What about the man units? What you think about the man units? But what's wrong with Jermaine Jackson, man? For real, what's going on with Jermaine Jackson? Have y'all seen Jermaine Jackson lately? This is Jermaine Jackson. Dog, why hasn't Janet, why hasn't Latoya, why haven't Marlon or somebody said, hey, bro, like, man, dog, we know that you got your own style, man, but you got to cut this out, bro. Jermaine been doing this for the last, bro, I gotta, we got to talk about Jermaine Jackson real quick. We have to talk about Jermaine Jackson. This shouldn't have came up. But what's going on with Jermaine Jackson, bro? We got to talk about this dude. We got to talk about Jermaine Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. What's going on with Jermaine Jackson? This is terrible. His family won't tell him to stop it. And Jermaine been doing this for the last 15 years. You know what I mean? And you know what? Just get to a point. And this is my guy right here. We got to listen to him.
Let's fuel up, Limu. Lots of people to tell about customizing and safety.
This is my guy right here. I gotta play him. Hold on. Let me go ahead and play this for you guys. We got to play this guy right here. Jermaine Jackson is terrible.
Tell me, just what in the West hell is going on here? Jermaine Jackson, come here, man. I'm tired. I'm tired. Now, respect to the whole family, y'all, you know what I mean? We love Tito, everybody, man. The Jackson family is an amazing family. All y'all. Randy, Latoya, everybody. We love all y'all, man. But damn it, Jermaine, why are you still doing this with your head, bro? What's going on with your head, man? I don't like this. Why are you disrespecting your head so much, man?
He said, why are you disrespecting your head, bro?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I try not to be a violent person unless we talk about defending yourself or defending your family. But I want to beat your barber's ass at this point. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to know who's responsible. Cause it's an atrocity. You know what I mean? And I had to catch myself because I was getting emotional. I was getting in my feelings about something that really ain't my business. I'm like, you know what? I want to fight, dude. I literally want to put hands and feet on a man for real, man. Cause why? What are we, you know what I mean? Look at you, man. Stop. The hell you do, man? Did you walk in the damn did you walk in the barbershop and say, man, yeah, like, what you want? All right, I want to make me look like a hollow point bullet. That's what I want. I want somebody to just, whatever I wanted you to look like you're trying to do something good and just messed it up completely. You get all the brick dust you can collect and put it up here. And then
Dog, Jermaine need to stop it, man. I get it. You know what I mean? He come from entertainment. He ain't never really had to. Hey, man. Like Jermaine, come on, man. Like I get it. You got your own style. We all done went through our phases of doing something weird and looking funny, you know what I mean? But Jermaine, dog, Jermaine got to be in his 70s, close to. Okay, okay. I don't know what, but he in his late 60s, man. Jermaine has dyed his eyebrows. He don't even. His line is it's a arc, and he just got a tuft of hair. He just got a tuft of hair. I don't know what he doing, man. Somebody need to talk to Jermaine Jackson. Like I say, man, like this is gone beyond. This is gone beyond. This is not good, and I don't understand why nobody has talked to him. Like, come on, Catherine, man. I mean, look, when Joe was alive, nobody said, "Hey, man, what is you doing?" I know Joe said something to him when Joe was alive. Joe had to say, "Jermaine, what are you doing?" Come on, man. Now, look, Marlon, Randy, what's the ones that's alive? Tito gone and Mike is gone. Randy look normal. Randy got a bald head. Randy just let it go. It didn't. No more of the curl. No more of the curl. It was there no more. Is it? He didn't have the follicles for it. He didn't try to do all nothing crazy. Randy let it go. Bruh, I don't know. So I'm just saying, like, when it get to that point for me, you know what I mean? If it get too much, like far as, you know, if I'm losing too much, I'll just let it go. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I'm gonna draw all of this up front. You know, and nothing wrong with the enhanced, but if you missing too much, you ain't doing nothing but painting skin right here. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do. But far as for me, I think it'd be more of a pain just to keep it, you know, because you'll be having to doctor this all the time and you couldn't really do nothing. And after a while, people will get used to you with no hair. It's like, for real, after a week or two, nobody cares. You're gonna look different for the first week and a half or two. And then after you cut your hair off, and then some people got decent heads, and their head actually look right bald. You know what I mean? So or low, super low, or whatever the case may be. And then some people got to get you, or you got to get used to it. But after a while, just if it get too hard up here, you know what I mean, you got to just let it go. You know. You know. Now, yeah, you say you've never done it. I know. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a clean shave, a bald head. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. Nothing wrong with it at all. I used to. I'm gonna tell you. Every summer, this is one thing I did used to do. I ain't gonna do it now, man. I ain't gonna do it now. This ain't what I will try right now. But let me move this. Every year, what I used to do was every year I used to every spring I used to cut my hair bald growing up. And it'd be like a fresh, I'm just, you know what, boom, 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 fresh, whatever. I won't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the older you get, some spots take longer to grow. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I cut bald up here. This, while everything else is growing in a couple of weeks' time, this is going to take a month up on the crown. You know what I'm saying? It's going to grow, but it ain't going to grow as fast as the sides. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be all disproportionate. So I got the crown and right here in the middle, I'm noticing, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, okay, these joints right up here and right here is slow grow. So I'm not going to cut this, you know what I'm saying? Because if I cut it, it's going to take 5 months for it to get back the way it's supposed to look. So it's like, I cut strategic at this point. I kind of know where to and how to cut, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the caveats, tell you the truth, of cutting your own hair. You say 60s, 70s era is over. That's that soul era, 5 heartbeats. Temptations, a lot of 60+ olds don't want to let, bruh, I know, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with just letting it go, man. My pops, I remember, dog, like, my pops had waves on the side. Like, all of this was mainly gone. Yeah, it'll take me around 5 months to get it back out, for it to all be full in again the way that I need it to be. That's why I'm not cutting no low cut. You know what I mean? I gotta at least keep 2 inches of hair on my eye. No, I can't, because if I cut it down, that's it. I might as well just cut it bald. I already know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not gonna do that. Now I'm gonna have y'all looking at my head next time y'all see me for real, for real. But no, for real, like, I kind of know, like, okay, this ain't growing as strong in the crown. And right tip at the tip of the it's slowing down. It's slowing. It ain't falling out. It just ain't growing as fast. But my pops used to have basically just waves on the side for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, and then he just got to the point, I think he got tired of it. Because you gotta, like, you really gotta maintain the Uncle Phil. You gotta maintain that. That's kind of hard to maintain. Like a real good Uncle Phil, you gotta really maintain. And I think he just got to the point. I remember when he cut it bald, he just said, forget it. And he just cut it bald and he just left it like that. But it was easier to maintain a bald head. You know what I'm saying? Keep it clean, throw some oil on the joint. And like I say, people will get used to seeing you like that after a while. You know what I mean? Within 2 to 3 weeks, man, people going about their business. So you bald. You know what I mean? And then they used to just seeing you with it, and that's just what it is. And it fits you at that point. But ain't nothing wrong. But I understand why you don't want to go bald as a man, because it can, especially around your corner cowlicks. I can understand why a man doesn't want to let go of their hair. I mean, why hair is such an important thing in the Black community. That's one of the things that we use to express ourselves. Hair is really important to us. Like, hair is more important to us than any other culture, I believe. You know what I mean? Hair is a way to express our culture, to express ourselves, who we are. We could do a lot with the texture of our hair. It's so much that we can do with our hair. We have so many different, if you look at different races of people and you look at Black people hair comes in so many different textures. It could be very, I don't know the grading that you want to call it, but you could be very tight, curled, kinky, to straight, and everything in between. Your hair could be so many different things. Hair is very important to us. And I could talk about this also. In the Bible, it talks about this, about hair. And it talks about hair in the Bible, but I ain't gonna get into that. But it is some scriptures talking about hair and things like that. But so us, we really use hair to express ourselves. You know what I'm saying? When we get a haircut, not saying any other race, but when we get a haircut, we really feel exceptionally prideful and good about ourselves, especially a race that sometimes we don't have a whole lot to feel super, super, super great about all the time. But it's something about a haircut, even when you're not doing well, feeling too hot, or whatever. It's something about a haircut. Or ladies, when you get your hair done, I know you feel better than you actually are. You know what I mean? And that's how important hair is to us. So I understand, as a man, once you start to lose it, you kind of, you know what I mean? You kind of don't want to let it go, because that's part of who you were. And you're starting to realize, okay, your youth is fading, you know? And I'm pretty sure with women, there are certain things that happen with you because y'all don't, lose your hair like men do typically. So it's like it's something else that women probably go through, that they start to feel like, okay, my youth is fading me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's hair with men, um, in a lot of cases. So I can see why, somebody be like, yo, I'm gonna hold on to this one swirl, and I'm gonna swirl it up. You know what I'm saying? But it's just start looking crazy after a while, But even when the grays, I'm gonna tell you guys, this has been one heck of a year for your boy, for me. And I think this time last year, I wasn't as gray as I am now. I have, picked up some gray hairs this year for sure. And they just pop up out of any and everywhere. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm looking at my hair. I'm like, oh, little strands coming in here and there. And I'm like, man. And my daughter, she's like, you gonna dye it? You gonna dye it? I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna rock it out. You know what I mean? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dye it. I'm gonna have to continue to do that. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with dye. Nothing wrong with dye. If that's what, like I say, to each his own. But I think if I don't want to do that, because you start doing it, then you got to feel like you got to continuously do it. That's just something that I don't want to do, because that's more maintenance. If you keep it trimmed, even if you got some grays, keep it trimmed, cut, lined, or however the case, keep it neat, it's going to look good. But just embrace it. Hey, you're getting older, and when you get older, you get grays, and that's just part of the game. You know what I'm saying? I think I have a missed call. I'm going to go ahead and bring that back up. Let me see here. Missed a call. Usually, sometimes women, as we get older, the texture changes. Like mine is thinner. Never been kinky. Okay. I'm going to call this number back. I got a call. Let me see. Never been kinky. Okay. What's up, brother? What's going on? Turn me down on the background so we don't get your echo.
All right.
Bet that. Who we speaking to? This James?
This James.
What's going on, bro, man?
You know it.
Hey.
What's going on? Turn me down on the background.
Hold on one second. Do you got me on your phone or your computer?
You on my phone.
Oh, okay. You got to turn me down off that, because you're going to get a feedback or an echo.
All right. I'm sorry.
Tell me when you got that.
Is that better?
All right. I still hear you.
Hold on. How was that?
1 2 1 2 1 2. I think we good. I think we good. Yeah, man. Hey, number one, I want to tell the people we got James Gonzalez on the line, which was in the hit stage play at the Strand Theater, Martell Taylor production, When Betrayal Meets Truth. And tell them about your character real quick, man, and how you even got involved with that. And then we're going to get into this quick subject real quick. But, yeah, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. I played Grimy Steve, if that's what you would call it. I was Dave's best friend. I was his good buddy. I was also buddies with his fiance, and I saw how he was treating her. I knew all the things he was doing as far as sneaking around and everything. And, I took my shot to try to slide in and holler at his fiance.
Man.
So that pretty much was my character.
Yeah, you did. Hey, I've been seeing that you've been kind of dipping and dabbing in different productions, man, outside of this one, like with some movies and stuff like that too. Yeah,
I have. I got like 4 movies coming out in 2026, so I'm excited about that. The first one will be out in February, called Grind, and then got one coming in April, in August, and November. So yeah, I'm excited.
Oh man, you've been working, brother.
Yeah,
man. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but I said it's crazy that you was talking about the hair, though, because you know, I don't know if you know, bro, my hair is like completely gray.
Yeah, it don't look bad though, man. It don't look bad at all.
But I had to dye it black for this play I was just in.
Oh, really?
And I hated it. Yeah. But certain roles that even in acting, certain roles I have to dye my hair black.
Yeah.
And I hate it like crazy. I love the gray, but like I said, man, I'd rather have the gray than be bald though.
Yeah. What age? So how old are you right now, James?
45.
45. When did you started kind of going gray?
Oh, about 2 years ago, I started noticing it. And then last year, it was just like, whew. Yeah, dog, it just hit me.
You wake up one morning and you be like, what in the world didn't happen?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was too, bro. It was like I had a few here and there.
Yeah.
I woke up one morning. No, it was actually after a haircut. He cut it down, so I'm like, dang, after he cut it, I'm like, man, I'm super great.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta accept it.
Gotta accept it, man. But not, like I say, I'm starting to see more and more, not a whole heap of a lot, man, but it's more than last year. Put it like that. You know what I'm saying? And my daughter was like, what you gonna do? You gonna dye it? I'm like, man, I ain't about to go through all that. I'm gonna rock it out, man. I mean,
rock it out, man.
Rock it out. What I'm gonna do?
Bro.
Yeah, what I'm gonna embrace it. If you keep it up, it is gonna look good. It's gonna
it's gonna look good. That's that wisdom, man. You know, you've been through some stuff in the show. You got, you got the answer to a lot of problems and questions. That's how I look at it.
Nah, James, you know what I'm gonna do, bro? You know what we gonna do?
What's that?
Man, we gonna come out here like Jermaine Jackson next year, bro. That we got.
Yeah, you sound crazy, dog. You sound.
We coming out like
you look like a fool, bro. No, I can't do it, dog. He's stuck in the 70s, bro.
Man, hey, bro. If you, dog, you better jump on me if you see me walk out here like Jermaine Jackson, dog.
And listen, I'm gonna have to check you. I'm gonna have to let you know, my dog. Santi, don't do that.
Nah, man, right. Yeah, we gotta talk, brother. We know. Right. But yeah,
man, but I appreciate all you doing, man. Like, keep this up, man. You're doing a good thing, man. Seriously.
Thanks, man. Well, maybe one day, bro, man, I have a plethora of topics and things I talk about, man. I just try, honestly, James, man, like I say, I come on here, man, a lot of times just to this, because this is what I do to earn my living, you know what I'm saying, as far as for other people. So I kind of practice on myself. But also,
there we go.
But I also try to get on here to, give people an opportunity if they want to call it or even be on. So sometimes, man, I know some topics people stay away from, man, but I talk about, politics and a lot of other things, man, even good things and great things going around in the city of Pontiac, man. So if you ever want to come on,
for sure,
I could send you a link and you can come on the screen with me. You know what I'm saying? So,
for sure. We got to make that happen, man. That's all I needed was the invite.
All right, bet, bro. Now I know. Now we can probably make a plan then.
There we go, my guy.
All right, brother. Thanks, man. And you did outstanding, man. Actually, right now, I'm editing the show because I taped it.
Okay.
So hopefully, Martell, I will have it to him, man, by maybe the next 2 or 3 days, 4 days, and then I'll, whatever he does with it from there, he does. But it looks great, man. You did an outstanding performance. Wanted to tip my hat to you, man.
Appreciate you, man. I already know your ad is gonna be nice as well, man. So
yeah.
Pontiac stand up, man. That's what it's about.
No doubt, bro. All right, brother, man. I'll get with you, brother.
All right, brother.
Peace. Right there, we had James Gonzalez, which was one of the characters in the Martell Taylor Betrayal Meets Truth play, which was a real good play. Right now, like I said, I am finishing up the edit on it, and if any of you guys missed it, I'm pretty sure Martell is going to have information for you guys to see it, probably just in time. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know how that thing goes as far as, what he has to do to put it out. But real soon, where you guys get a chance to be able to see it. And it was at the Strand Theater. It was a wonderful time last Saturday night. And he had a good turnout. I went to the second show. He had 2 shows, one at 3 and one at 7. Excuse me, one at 7. And the one that I went to was real good. I mean, had a good turnout. People had a great time. All I seen was a lot of smiles and laughs. And it was a good show. It was a good show. Yeah, man. Sometimes we talk about those, bro. We talk about the honey packs, man, and the blue chews, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't care. We talk about it, bro. We talk about it. And at the end of the day, James, we just try to have fun. We just try to have fun at the end of the day, man. And like a lot of times, again, I don't even know what I'm getting on here talking about. But God bless me to continue. I do these things called morning minutes, MINUTTS, or UTTZ, morning minutes. And the other day I did a morning minute, and was just more or less, they were like motivational things in the morning. I'll come on at like maybe 9 or 10 o'clock before I got to get out of here and do what I got to do or whatever, depending on what the day looked like for me, I guess. And then the other day I was talking about how we should just take advantage of the time that you're doing, that you have. We don't know how much it is, right? We don't know how much time there's really left for us predestined. You know what I'm saying? So kind of try to do as much as you can while you have good strength to do it. And like little things like this, I'm gonna tell you quite honestly, before I went live tonight, I sat here for like 10 minutes like, man, I ain't even about to go live. I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about. I ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm gonna get on here and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But but it's funny, like when I get on here, not to be religious and all spiritual, this and that, but I be feeling like, God give me something to talk about. Just because I said I wanted to do it. And a lot of times we be wanting to do stuff, we just don't do it. We just keep having the thought of doing stuff and we never do it. And I don't think God is pleased with that, because, that's what you have time for. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have time for. You have time here on earth, not just to be here. You know what I'm saying? You have time here on earth to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? And do stuff that is conducive or fun or moving the needle or doing something that's moving you forward or learning something or teaching somebody something. And, so what I've learned to do is I try to learn no matter what, even if I don't know what I'm going to talk about when I get on here, I can just get on and I'm like, if I got 2 people, you know what I mean, I'm going to get on it, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to make myself better. I got a new piece of equipment here that I'm working with. So it's real important that I learn this equipment and make sure that it functions very good, because I'm going to be using this piece of equipment that I'm using tonight to do real things for people in the city of Pontiac, or outside of Pontiac. So I need to know what I'm doing with this 100% before I go out and working on people and doing stuff, Kia, see, you went ahead and got on and let God lead your thoughts. Yep. That's what's up, bro. Facts. You have to act to receive the reward. Just do it. Yeah. And you have to. Tomorrow morning minutes, I don't know who's going to be up, and I don't know how you guys Friday is looking. Tomorrow morning minutes is going to be on. I might be able to show you guys if I got what I want to talk about tomorrow. Here, let me see if I got it. I got so many different things on here. This is never too late. That's this. Yeah, let me show you. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow morning. So let me go ahead and add this image real quickly. See, all this stuff I got going on right here is touchscreen. You know what I mean? I got some good stuff going on, y'all. Let me show you what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. If I can pull it up, if I can find the asset. Okay, let me just pull it up. I'll just pull it up right here. Boom. There I go. It's never too late. This is what I'm going to talk about tomorrow morning. You see right there, you got tomorrow morning, I'm going to talk about this. So I'm kind of giving it away. But Jan Combs started WhatsApp at 35. Whoever he is, Combs. I never heard of him, but he's the one that invented, what's the name? WhatsApp. Asa Candler started Coca-Cola at 41. Gordon started Starbucks at 51. Sam Walton started Walmart at 44. Ferdinand, whatever, started Porsche at 56. Ferdinand. And the Colonel started KFC at 62. You know, and that's sometimes, you know what I mean, we think we getting long in the, like we talking about gray hair and all this type of stuff. And sometimes we get to the point where we get a little older and we think that we can't do something because our time done passed, or, you know, maybe we too old and this and this and that, but you're never too old unless you're just gone at the end of the day, unless you're just gone. So if you got activity of your limbs and you got some things that you really like to do, things that really interest you, you can do them. I always talk about this just because it's important to me. I'm gonna bring this up again. I always talk about this album that I did. I don't know if you guys can see it. The focus just went out from my face again. Boom. But I sat back in this corner, right where you see Stevie Wonder at, and Nas and Superman, and I recorded this album in 2000. This is a 3 CD album, and in 2011. It's really one of my greatest accomplishments, y'all. I'm being quite honest with you, but it taught me that I can that was one of the things that taught me I could do anything. I mean, I sat in this corner back here 14 years ago, basically, and started writing an album. And that album really chronicled my whole life up to that point. And it really wasn't for consumption, like, I wasn't trying to become a rapper. But see, how life works is this. This is what I did find out. If I wouldn't have because I know you look crazy sometimes. You're trying to rap, or people be like, man, you trying to make an album, blah, blah, blah. But you know what this did? This album turned me into doing exactly the work that I'm doing. Because what happened was I was into music because of my mama, my brother, my cousin. I just liked music. I always was into it. But I didn't know how to go about doing it myself. So I got a computer and I got things in order to create music. So I went in that corner and I created songs. Let me move this right out the way. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me move my little, what's the name? Right back there is a box. This box is full of, I think I told Kia this before. I said, Kia, if anything, I don't know if she remembered it. I said, if anything ever happened to me, get my writings. That'll tell everybody, that'll tell people who I really am. I have stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of songs, of poems that I have compiled. I sit back there and I wrote for years, and I compiled an album. But what that happened is I wind up. It got down to the end of doing the album, and I wanted a video shot. Well, I went and looked and seeing how much videos cost, and I said, you know what? For that amount of money, I done told this story many times. I said, for this amount of money, I can go ahead and buy me a camera. That's how this whole thing started for me. So sometimes God will start you somewhere just to segue you somewhere else. That me starting the music thing and doing the music thing, that turned into me creating a job for myself with cameras, learning live streaming, doing videos for all types of people around Oakland County and Pontiac and Detroit and other places where I can keep a roof over my head and wheels spinning up under my feet and food and lights and gas. So this rap album, this 52 songs turned into a dividend. You know, so you never, for me, that didn't even have anything to pretty much do with music, but it segued. I was like, I need a video. And I learned from there. I bought me a camera, and from the camera, I learned how to create a job for myself. And then I created and I filled a need that was in my community. I filled a community need. So that was a great thing. I was able to fulfill a couple of things. So that was one of my greatest accomplishments. I always kind of keep that around me so I can just see it, just to keep. So even with a lot of things that you're doing right now, sometimes just segue you into doing something else. You know what I mean? And I'm always asking God, I'm always asking him, I'm like, yo, yeah, I do talk to God like that. Hey, he'd rather me say yo than say nothing, I believe. So I talk to God, I'm like, yo, with reverence though, I don't, but like, yo, could you give me something that's cutting edge? And please, I don't care if I'm 2 years too early for it. Meaning, if I would like God to give me ideas that's futuristic so I can start working on them now. And by the time the future catches up with me, I'm already an expert at it. I was like, just if he can continue to give me ideas that nobody is really thinking about right now, but it's going to be a need in the future. And by the time it is a need, I already know how to do it, or I know how to do it decently good enough. That way I am the person that they need at that moment. And, pretty much, and he's answered that, so I'm asking right now, I've been asking really, just to keep me forward, thinking, would you keep me with something fresh or something, that I could, give to the people that don't, that they need in the future that they don't know they need now. So we'll see what he do. He always doing some type of miracle, but that's what I'm talking about tomorrow. You're not too old to do it. Don't wait on anybody to help you. A lot of times people won't, you know what I mean? And it's not because people just don't want to help you. It's because, man, people got a lot of stuff going on right now. Especially people our age, you know what I mean, and older, you know what I mean? People got a lot of stuff going on, man. People got kids, people got personal issues and things and concerns. And it ain't that people don't want to help you right now. It's just that people just don't really have the capacity at this time. So you can't really get mad at people for not being there to support you like that. And then if they are, that's a wonderful and a great thing. But everybody got their own issues right now. And it's funny. That's what the name of my album was. It's called Issues. It's called The Issue. It's called The Issue. So everybody got their, and there's no, it's no, slide to anyone. I mean, people just be having their own set of things, and they just got enough strength really to keep themselves straight enough to do what they trying to do. So if somebody do support you and do some things for you, mark it as a true blessing. But even if they can't, don't look at it as, oh, so-and-so didn't. Well, that's not their job. That's not their job. Their job is not to, unless they signed up for it now, that's different. But, if it's just, just a regular, average, everyday Joe, don't get upset when people don't, support you like they should or you think they should, because, people got stuff going on, brother and sister. People got stuff going on. So with that being said, you guys, I'm going to probably call this one a day. Have fun with Jermaine. This has been kind of fun talking about Jermaine. Jermaine, go and cut that stuff off your head, bro. This is we can't have you going out like that, man. I'm praying that the Lord let Jermaine just go ahead, Jermaine. We man, just going back to normal, Jermaine. We your icon, brother. We ain't even tripping off of the way you look, man. For real. But we had fun with him, and I'm glad that James called, and thanks everybody for commenting. James, Miss Patterson, thanks for always popping in. Bobby Elliott, funny guy right there, man. Dude, you crazy. And then Nikita earlier on, April Forbes for popping in. And that's it, man. So with that being said, you guys, I hope you all have a blessed night. Get some rest. If you guys don't see me tomorrow, man, you guys have a great weekend. And with that being said, I'm out of here.
Find out where I left up. Bought it this morning, drive it like I stole it. Park it left and running like I really don't want it. We been bending corners, bent like elbows. Been anywhere that cash go. Bought it this morning, drive it like I stole it. Park it left and running like I really don't want it. We been bending corners, bent like elbows. Been anywhere that cash